Hello and welcome back to the channel. There's a couple things I want to explain. Yeah, I'm sweaty, I'm dirty. A couple things I want to explain. 2.5 years ago, I had a heart attack, and that was 2.5 years ago. Today, I am splitting firewood, and I'm working because I enjoy it. I just plain enjoy it, and I'm able to work because I changed my life, and I just want to share that with you today a little bit. I changed my diet, I'm exercising, I'm down almost 30 pounds from where I was 3 years ago, and I just wanted to share this a little bit with you. I've got this awesome Easton made Ultra that is just, it's crazy. It's splitting a massive amount of firewood. Just been working on that for a couple hours. This was all heavy stuff, and I'm going to show you how heavy it was as I split up this last log. I'm going to share this with you, and then we'll get back to talking a little bit about what happened, which caused my heart attack. So here's the scoop. 2.5 years ago, I was 57 years old. Now I'm pushing 60. In just a couple months, I'll be 60. And here's the scoop. Most of my life, I ate a lot of bread, a lot of pasta, drank sodas. Wasn't a big soda guy, but I had my share. Had plenty of Snickers bars, not to put them down or anything, but it's just my normal routine was to eat 2 sandwiches on the way to work, 2 breakfast sandwiches that I grab from McDonald's or whatever, and then I had sugar in my coffee, and then about 9 o'clock or so in the morning I would have break and I would eat a sandwich with processed meats, ultra processed meats I should say, and then I would also eat a tasty cake, tasty pie, something like that, full of sugar, preservatives and all that yuck. And then at lunchtime I would eat 2 sandwiches and another pie, and at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon we'd be done, we'd be on our way home from work, I'd stop and I'd get another pie, a cup of coffee with more sugar, and then I'd eat dinner, and dinner usually had some sort of bread or pasta most of the time. And a lot of my life, there was also a lot of beer involved. I drank a lot of beer in my younger days, up until my mid-30s. All this stuff worked on me. If I can recommend a doctor, it's Dr. Mark Hyman, and I'll put a link to his channel in the comments. But he explains this very, very well, what all of that processed, ultra-processed food and sugar does to your body. Now, with all that going on inside of me, in 2013, I opened a restaurant. I stopped doing construction work and I opened up a restaurant. And in opening that restaurant, it brought on so much stress that, along with my poor diet, sorry, I had to get rid of that. Along with my poor diet, I got what's called atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis is when the arteries, the inside of your arteries that are around your heart, you've got 3 major arteries, and the inside of those arteries, the inner lining, the inner wall, became cracked. And with my poor diet and very low exercise, not proper exercise, my cholesterol became damaged, small. The LDL cholesterol became damaged and small, and I didn't have the proper setup in my body the way that I was created to be. And so calcium and LDL, small LDL particles, made their ways inside of those arteries, and it closes down the inside of your artery wall, and that finally comes closed, and there's some clotting that takes place, and a clot breaks loose, and whoosh, bam, heart attack. And so I had that heart attack, put me out of commission for a short time, but I was able to receive a stent on the one side of my heart, but my heart was damaged, and in order for my heart to be able to pump and work properly, I had to get a bypass. So a year later, I got a single bypass. The team at UMMC in Baltimore, they did just a fantastic job. Went in laparoscopically with a robot and moved an artery, detached an artery from the inside of my left pec, and took it and reworked it just past the bypass in my, what they call the LAD, the Widowmaker. And that one was completely calcified. It had turned into bone. And so upon doing that, within a few weeks, just a few weeks, I was back out here cutting firewood. and enjoying myself, and really doing the firewood as a hobby and to exercise, because I have a choice. I can either walk around a track or a golf course or something like that. I can walk a few miles, which is great exercise, or I can cut firewood, which is also great exercise, as long as you don't overdo it. So I've been watching myself, watching what I eat. I eat uh, a well-balanced diet now, and I exercise a lot. This pile of firewood is just one of many. I've got, all in all, about 20 cords of firewood that I've put together out here since late fall. That's a lot of wood. So anyway, and plus, you know, I still have my regular full-time job, which is a barbecue caterer, and that's why the name of this channel, I hope it's showing up properly. I changed it just recently to Barbecue, Firewood, and Stuff with Robert Pusterk. So this is the stuff. This is the other that I want to share on this channel, other than the barbecue and the firewood, which it's mostly firewood. I enjoy it. It's a hobby of mine. It's become kind of an obsession. It's my way of working out, my way of staying trim. And I try not to pick up things that are too heavy, but I've been picking up logs all day today that weigh probably 100 pounds. Those were all very big logs. I had to rip them in half to be able to just pick them up. I could barely, you see the one that I rolled over there. That was the average size of the logs that I split today. Just very heavy. I got these from a friend. And that's really the only reason I accepted them. It's because they were basically given to me. And you can't turn down free firewood. You just have to deal with it. So I had to do a little extra work with it. But the main purpose of this video today is to hopefully awaken people. The standard American diet is killing us. Back in the late 1900s, everything switched to ultra-processed foods. These ultra-processed foods, I'm sorry, gotta stretch. These ultra-processed foods are destroying us. They are destroying us. They destroy your intestines, your intestinal walls. They destroy the healthy bacteria in your intestines. They mess with your brains. It ends up giving you dementia, and all kind of things that weren't so normal. The cancer rate in this country is up like 40% in the past 20 years. It's insane. And honestly, it's if you're eating ultra processed foods and you're not exercising properly, playing on your phones all the time, this is what's going to happen. And I wasn't playing on my phone. I didn't have the phone. That didn't come until later. I wasn't always playing on my phone. But having the restaurant took away my ability to exercise. And it gave me a massive amount of stress, which is why I only do catering now. And it's hard because the food truck craze has come in, and everybody's, you know, hitting all these food trucks. So my catering business has slowed down tremendously, and probably has a little bit to do with the economy. It's not the best. Hopefully it's better next year. But with all that being said, my diet now consists of, in the morning, I eat healthy fats. I eat free-range eggs cooked in smoked 100% grass-fed beef tallow. I have my free-range eggs in that, either some 100% grass-fed beef, some sort to go with it, maybe some brisket. I am a barbecue guy. Most of the time we do these chicken sausages that we get from Costco. They're fantastic and they score very well. There's no ultra processed junk in that chicken sausage, and there's no preservatives, no cancer causing preservatives. So I'm perfectly happy to eat them every day. And I have about a half a bowl of blueberries with some raw organic honey on top of that, and some cinnamon. These things all fight against inflammation. I take a supplement, a turmeric supplement, and I also take a supplement called CoQ10. CoQ10 builds muscle, rebuilds your heart. My heart, last time I had it checked, was doing so well that I've opted to, I'm not even going to go get checked anymore. I'm just out here working. I watch my pulse, I check my blood pressure. Honestly, I'm not changing anything I'm doing. I'm staying right here with what I'm doing, and I don't feel the need to go back and see the doctor. I'm not out of breath. I work hard. I sweat. I went from 194 pounds today. I was at 165 pounds this morning, and running about 19.5% body fat. So a lot of changes have happened with me. I've had to give away all my old pants, my old shirts, because I've gotten so much smaller, but I'm strong. I'm just as strong. I'm picking up 100-pound logs and putting them on that splitter, and I'm wheeling that splitter around that weighs about 800 and some pounds. So I'm doing good. I'm turning 60 soon, and quite honestly, I'd like to really get into this firewood business more, and some other things that I've got up my sleeve. So I just want to share that with you. This is the end stuff. It's a part of it anyway. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's helped you some. I hope you grew a little bit of education. Again, check out in the comments. I'll have the link there to Dr. Mark Hyman. Dr. Mark Hyman. He explains the big cholesterol myth and all those medicines and everything, and how we can just change your lifestyle, more of a European type lifestyle, or a Mediterranean type lifestyle, where you're just not eating ultra processed foods. We switched to eating 98% whole foods. We eat whole foods. There's no more breads, there's no more pizza, very little pasta. We eat whole foods. We eat organic, nice, fresh squash, garlic, and onions, and we eat well. We eat well. Costco has 100% grass-fed Wagyu hamburger patties. They're fantastic, and they're less than $2 a patty. I mean, that's a fantastic meal right there. They're like 5.5 ounces, and they don't shrink up. Even though they're 75%, 75-25, have a lot of fat content, they don't shrink up unless you overcook them a lot. Run them up to 150, 155 degrees. They're fantastic. I smoke them. I run them in my over charcoal with one of these red oak splits on top of the charcoal, and it's just amazing. A little salt, pepper, and some onion powder. Amazing. But anyway, I thank you for sharing your time with me watching this channel. It's a little bit long, but I ask that you subscribe to the channel. We're over 500 subscribers now, and I'm very thankful for that. We really like to see 1,000 soon. I'd like to really boost it to 1,000. So I'm asking that you not only like the video, but you subscribe to the channel, comment, ask questions. I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you in the comment section, and let's talk about this stuff. Let's get it out there, because the big farm, PHARM, wants you on drugs, and God didn't create you to be on drugs. He created you to eat wonderfully, and that's what I do. That's how we live our lives. God bless you all. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and we'll see you next time.